Good morning. Let's start off here. All is well. I can't rest. I am safe. All is well. All is well. I can't rest. I am safe. All is well. We're sorry.
Hi. Hello. We'll just flip through that. All right, Julie's coming up. Hi, everybody. Sorry, we're such a beautiful, chatty group. It's lovely. So, well, you could. All right, so we will settle in. Julie will get a microphone. I will ring the bowl, and we will start. All right.
I like to let the bowl resonate until it stops, because I know that it's going on and on and on. It's so beautiful to bring us here to the present moment, where I know and declare that there is one life. I choose to call that life God. That life is my life. That life is your life. Wherever you are, whether you're at home in your jammies or here in your finery, you are an expression of the divine. And we are brought together here for a divine purpose, to love one another, to listen to the words that Reverend Charlene has lovingly prepared for us. For this I know. She has sent out some words of what she's been preparing. And I know that they are the words of the divine. She is inspired and she is loved. And so again, it is with deep gratitude that I release these words this morning, knowing they are already done, already complete. And so it is.
And so it is. Thank you. Yes. Some love to Mrs. Julie Mims. She is a practitioner emeritus. That means she's been a licensed practitioner for over 25 years. So we have a couple.
We have a couple, and that means I'm kind of old.
I don't affirm that. We're not affirming that at all. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I don't even have my stuff. I just ran right up to the pulpit here. Welcome to Center for Spiritual Living, Temecula Valley. It is truly my joy and my honor to look at each one of you and say hello, 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 hello. I'm just so grateful that we all came out in the rain. I know us as Californians, when we get this delightful rain, it's like, I must be home in my jammies, which is great. I affirm home in jammies. But it is lovely when we all come together here as a community, to come to be together, to be in fellowship with one another. This is the place I hope we come when we're experiencing those wonderful, beautiful highs and joyous joys, and when we also have the tremendous challenges and heartbreak. I hope this is where we come to be authentic and to be vulnerable and to be real and to be loved by each other. That's really what church is about, right? So welcome. Welcome, welcome. If you're new, I know this, I won't eyeball you too hard. Yeah, you're brave. He waved right at me. Thank you. We are an affirming community. We are about teaching and about spiritual growth and development, and really, ultimately, tapping into our innate freedom that is ever present to have it express more in our lives, to create the lives we desire, to create what we want in life, and that's what we believe in here. So, welcome. Welcome, everybody. The stage is very full today. Look at this. Look at this. I'm going off topic, that's what I do. But we'll introduce, this is Sergio, and he is sitting in with us today, and we'll introduce him a little bit more, but he's a new face on the stage, so welcome. Now we have Mike, Joanna, Sergio, and Jim, so I'm very happy. We're not roping you in, I promise. It's, and I'm not going to embarrass you too much, because, I'm embarrassing him, but I'm just very pleased as punch that Sergio is here with us this morning. So, I think we did all our welcomes. Hello, you two. Everybody's coming in. So we're going to do our congregational song together, which is I Am a Center of Creation. And so I will let Joanna and the team take it away and turn my microphone off.
Leave it on.
No way. No way. No.
All right.
No.
Come on, let's warm it up in here, guys. Shake it off. Shake off that rain.
Oh yeah. Nikki's in the house.
I am a center of creation. I am a seed planted in stillness. I am a center of creation. Fertile ground for the highest parts of God.
Oh yeah. I know.
I am a center of creation. I am a tree rooted in fullness. I am a center of creation. Sing, fertile ground for the highest parts of God. I am a center of creation. I am complete, living in wholeness. I am a center of creation. Fertile ground for the highest parts of God. Keep those claps going. I am a center of creation. I am a seed planted in stillness. I am a center of creation. Fertile ground for the highest parts of God.
Very, very nicely done. I love it. Good job, everybody. All right, it's time. You know what time it is. It's time for Coffee Talk with Rev Shar and Julie. Coffee Talk time. So, today is what's today? January 21st? Yep. And today is the birthday of our beloved founder of religious science, Dr. Ernest Holmes. Woohoo! Dr. Ernest Holmes was born this day in 1887. Okay, math people, do the math. 1887.
600 years.
He would be 600 years old today.
Right to the 70s.
So, Dr. Ernest Holmes, let's get him up here. I did a nice little chart. There he is. That was him in his probably what, 40s, 50s? 50s. So this is the person that we all come here. He is the reason why we all come to this place. And that's why we're all drawn to religious science. because I know each one of us has that crafty little spunky rebel in us that likes the fact that this is a science. And that really is the truth. I'm going to read a little bit about Dr. Ernest Holmes. So I'm using this book. He died in 1960. Practitioner students, you will be tested on that, so mark that in your database. 1960. I don't know why they test us on that stupid question, but whatever. He transitioned in the 60s. And this is The Roads to Truth. It's all about new thought. So this is a book by Sherry Evans. It's pretty cool. If you want to check it out after or borrow it, I'm totally fine with that. She goes through all the new thought foundations, from way back, right? And takes it through. And she has a section on religious science. So we rebranded to Centers for Spiritual Living a few years ago because religious science was too challenging, candidly, for some people. And I like it. I really like using the language religious science because this is a science. And we have proven it. I like when we prove things out in our lives. As we change our thinking, our lives change. And we go, oh, it worked. My Petri dish experiment worked. It really does work. As this changes and this moves into alignment here, our life changes, and it does it effortlessly, and it's wonderful to behold. So I like religious science. A couple things. So Dr. Ernest Holmes studied a lot. You want to talk about a bookworm? That dude read like everything. He read Emerson and Hopkins and Troward and Yogi. He was very into the Buddhist teachings and the Hindu teachings. Plotinus, the Greeks, he loved the Greeks. The Gnostic writers, Taoism, all of that. He looked at everything. He read and consumed everything he could on all of the faith traditions, Zoroastrianism. And he found that it appeared to him that there was this single truth running through every faith tradition. And that kind of queued up his curiosity, and he was like, I wonder if we can kind of harness those truths and put them into one bucket. And that's what he did with religious science. And so he says religious science is based on a very few simple and fundamental ideas. The basic proposition is that the universe in which we live is a combination of love and law. Love and law. They work together. Last week we talked about it, love and power. How each are dependent on each other. Power without love is not balanced, right? But love without power is anemic. It doesn't do anything. It's hard to get it to do something. So both of those concepts, love and law, love and power, is what he founded this teaching on. So these are just some of the basic principles from Dr. Ernest Holmes about the science of mind, or religious science. And I just start a few of them. God is self-knowing. God, the universe, the mental equivalent up there, whatever, or out there. I always do this, but it's really not that. It's everywhere, present. It's self-knowing. It knows itself. And it knows itself through each of us. That's how it experiences life, is through our experience. It experiences life. Let's see. There are divine laws that operate in the world. Love is the nature of God, but love rules through law. Love directs itself through law, right? All thought is creative. Each person's thoughts and attitudes and beliefs produce their experience. So everything that's stored in here for, ad nauseum is regurgitated out into my life. Okay. All right. Gird your loins. There is no evil. If you step into this room, I'm going to keep saying it. I'm going to keep saying it. I'm going to keep saying it. All of us come from a faith tradition, most likely. If you're a religious scientist from birth, then okay, great. But most of us, I'm a good little Lutheran girl, and I was brought up in the Lutheran tradition, and I believed in duality. I believed in good and evil. It's taken me time and practice to ping that little idea out of my brain that there is evil in the world. There's no evil because all is God, and God is good. What we call sin, right, or what we know from the Aramaic, it's missing the mark, right? We just missed the mark. We're going to do a course correction. Any appearance of sin or evil are simply mistakes, the results of wrong thinking. When we are in alignment and our thoughts are in alignment with good, with love, right, we tend to make mistakes less. And the final one, heaven and hell are states of consciousness. You are either living in heaven or hell as you created right now. And honestly, I praise all of you for being here because religious science is tough. Because it's all about self-reliance and self-responsibility. I can't blame it on some evildoer. It takes courage and a backbone to be sitting in here and learning this philosophy. Because all roads lead back to me. And sometimes I prefer not to think about that, honestly. It's much easier for me to go, it's that thing's fault. It's not the truth. It's not what we believe in this theology. We're a teaching center. We're not a religion. We're a philosophy that we have all ascribed, said, hey, I think I like that. Sounds pretty cool. I think I'll explore it. We're about being curious, self-exploration. Prove it for yourself. Don't look at me up here yammering away. I'm good. I'm a little, arm candy, and I tell you some things. Figure it out for yourself. Explore. Be curious. Challenge. All right. Julie, I've blabbered enough.
Oh my goodness. I got a whole lesson this morning. Well, I have a couple of things to add.
Yes, please.
Yes. My grandmother, and I'm not just saying this because she was my grandmother, she was the sweetest, kindest woman I ever knew in my life. She used to go hear Ernest Holmes in person at the E-Bell Theater. Isn't that something?
That's fantastic.
That's how long it's been around. I wish, but I wasn't ready. So I had to go to every little church around the corner until I found what I was looking for. And I walked into Fullerton Church of Religious Science, quote unquote, and I just absolutely wanted what every person was there. And I cried tears of happiness, tears of joy, and now I'm here, and I'm loving
so
Reverend
grateful.
Char and our coffee talk. So thank you.
Thank you. If you have questions, right, if something has triggered you and you're like, oh, come talk to us, either one of us. We'll have a chat. Yes. Let's explore it together. Okay? Thank you. Coffee Talk is adjourned. We'll put Dr. Ernest Holmes back over here. Happy birthday, Dr. Holmes. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Hey, Reverend Shar, I was just thinking that picture looks just like Kevin. You know Kevin over there?
Oh, it does look like Kevin. Kevin, stand up to me and compare you to Dr. Ernest Holmes. Thank you. All right, and yeah, you want to check this book out. It's really cool. It talks about all new, how we got here to where we are and how we're adding to new thought. There it is. All right. Here, you know what, Jim? I didn't say hello to those online. Hi, online. Welcome. We know you're at home with the fire on and you're in your jammies and you're drinking your coffee, so we're a little jealous, but we're glad you're here. We love you. Thank you for being here. And but when you're ready, come and join us in person because we're a fantastic group and you'll love it. Mwah. All right, that's good. I did my own right. All right, now I'm going to creep over this way because this one, I know, I'm going to bypass you. So this one, I know, Sergio's like, I'm never coming back here. So Mike has beautiful news. he and his wife have had an opportunity to move to Washington, D.C., right? Where they have some family, and she's gotten a position back there, which is fantastic for her. So Mike will be leaving us. We love you. We got about 30 days left with them. So if you want to love them up, tell them what, really. The music changes us. Vibration affects us. It changes us. So what these beloveds do up here is meaningful. It really is. So tell them, take this opportunity to tell them how much we love you. We love you. And we wish you all the best. I know he's like, I got bad news. And I was like, oh, it's like my house sold in less than 30 days. We're asking price. I'm like, that's fantastic. Way to manifest, right? So we thought we might have a little more time with him based on, that. And now it is not. He's a fantastic manifester, so they're ready to go. And so Joanna and the team are regrouping, and we'll figure out what we're going to do, but we'll have them for 30 more days. We love you. All right. Morning. Anything else that you want to?
No.
You're good. Are you good?
I've known for a little while, so.
Yeah. We've known. We've been holding it. We don't want to do it. All right. Please join me in welcoming Mike, Joanna, Sergio, and Jim for our featured song. Ain't no mountain high enough. If we want to get up and dance and sing, I say yes.
Do you think? So this is a bit of a laid-back version a little bit, but Sergio is going to join me on vocals, so we'll see how this goes.
Yay!
Ain't no mountain high, ain't no valley low, ain't no river wide enough, baby. Now if you need me, call me, no matter where you are, no matter how far. Don't worry, baby, just call my name, I'll be there in a hurry. You don't have to worry, 'cause baby, there ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no valley low enough, ain't no river wide enough to keep me from getting to you, baby. Remember the day I set you free, I told you you could always count on me. From that day on, I made a vow, I'll be there when you want me, some way, somehow. 'Cause baby, there ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no valley low enough, ain't no river wide enough to keep me from
talk. Just keep singing. Oh my God, one more time for Joanna, Sergio. So good. All right. I got caught up. Hold on. I know we got caught up. It's all right. We'll wait.
Tell a joke or something.
I can't tell a joke. All right. This is what we're doing today, folks. I know. Who would have thunk at a silent night? Do you think Ernest Holmes would be like, what is going on here? It's all right, Joanne. Don't worry about it. It's cool. We'll do it at the end.
Okay, I'll get it for
We have a surprise. Look at this. Look at this fantastic creation.
May the Schwartz be with you.
Hold on. Wait for it. I swear it's coming
Use the
on.
chorus.
Come on. Oh. Yes. I swear it's going to turn on, but we'll play with that later. I think it's working. It plays a pretty song. I'm just going to put it right here. That's actually a friend of mine's, son's. Hello, Robbie
There
Feldman.
it is.
It's saying something. Let's put it to your mic.
It's very cool. And it's a little prop that we'll play with today, but it's just going to do its thing over there. Because, yes, we are going to activate our inner Jedis today, okay? We're activating our inner Jedis. I am using The Dharma of Star Wars today, which is a fantastic book by Matthew Bordelin, The Dharma of Star Wars, and also Thich Nhat Hanh, The Art of Power today. So we're doing this.
Impressive, but you are not a Jedi yet.
There we go.
Okay, all right, bear with me. Yes, we're having fun. It's raining today. See what you're missing out on? We're having fun today. All right, so yes, we are looking at power, love, concentration today. Because last week we talked a little about, we're in this theme this year of, grand rising, right? So that's on my new great grand rising to you all, right? That's how we're choosing to start our day, to use our languaging about having a grand rising. And we no longer can stay confined. We can't stay tight in the bud. It's just not possible. We're growing. And today it's a new life. We create our lives at every moment. We're creating a new life. And it made me think about, that we get back into January and there's that whole thing about, making your affirmations and your goals for the year. And everybody goes back to the gym. My son Nate went to the gym a few weeks ago and he was like, what is the deal? It's packed at the gym. Everybody's in there. I'm like, well, yeah, we're all in there trying to get fit and make another attempt to get in there and work our physical muscle, and it made me think about, that's what we do here, right? We work out our spiritual muscle here. But it takes commitment. It takes purpose. We have to practice. And that's what we do. We come here on a Sunday, right? We listen and we think about things. And maybe we take a class. Maybe we come for meditation or the sound bath. And all of those things are how we practice. We have to have faith and focus. It's both, right? When we talked about Dr. Ernest Holmes it's the love and the law. It's both. They both work in partnership. And we have to really work it. We have to work at it. We all have, oops, it's this one, sorry. We all have, I'm all over the place. We all have have divine quality. Since we are, remember, we are an embodiment of the one, right? Of the power. I'm going to call it power today. The force. We are an embodied piece of the force, having its expression. And so everything that the force has, love, beauty, power, balance, right? All the divine qualities that we think about, all the things that are manifest in that force are also in us. We forget. We just forget. I forget that I'm power. I forget that I'm powerful beyond measure. I forget that there is a power and presence of force in the universe, and it's here for me to use. It's like waiting. Use me. Use me. I'm here. Use me to create more good. Use me to create more love and life in the world. And it's our job to remember, to call it forth, to remember it however we remember it. And we got to do it every day. That's my charge today. You're going to do it every day. Dr. Ernest Holmes says, there will never be an end to any of the eternal verities like truth, love, beauty. There'll never be an end. There'll never be an end to God or any of the attributes which are co-eternal and coexistent with God. If we are wise, we shall cultivate a faith in these realities. That's the reality. That there's never, you can't outgive God. God is forever. The force is forever. And when we remember and get in line with it, have faith in it, even when we can't see it. I know it's challenging sometimes. I'm like, I can't see it here. This one's too big. I can't see it in this. It's challenging to see it in it. I get it. Sometimes we just have to operate on faith and know that it's there. Last week we talked about the crab, right? I mean, look at this thing. How determined. Talk about concentration. He's breaking his shell. It's broken so he can scoot on out. It's grow or die for all of us. We just forget. The crab doesn't forget. The crab's like, I'm in my shell, and if I don't break out of here, I'm done. It's over for me. I still got more scooting around the seabed floor to do, so I'm going to pop open that shell, and I'm going to scoot out no matter how painful. I'm going to grow. The bloom pushes through. It opens. It doesn't stay tight in the bud. It opens up. Nature is fantastic for showing us how it works. But we got to do the work, right? This little crab is doing the work. I honor you, crab. You're doing the work. Because look, does this know limit? That tree broke through a rock, a boulder. He split a boulder. He or she, they split a boulder. Nature doesn't think, oh, I can't do that. It has patience. It moves and stays, it knows its purpose and it stays patient. And in my opinion, the tree doesn't know any of this, or maybe it does, and it's laughing at me right now. So the patience to continue to move, grow, and push through a rock. We've all seen grass popping up through the sidewalk, through the asphalt, through the concrete. Nature knows how to do it. It trusts that it's more powerful than the concrete. It knows it. And that's what I want us to be with our spiritual discipline. Working our muscle. Be disciplined every day. Not just here on Sunday. That's great. I love you. Yay. Keep coming. But every day. What can I do? What works in my life? Can I take a spiritual walk? Can I meditate for 5 minutes? Can I listen to some music that gets me? Look, and I don't care if it's Metallica, right? We're not putting a judgment or a limit on it. If there's music that changes you vibrationally and you feel joy from it, listen to that. Read spiritual books. Turn the TV off for 5 minutes and make time for your discipline. It takes discipline. And that's why I'm using Star Wars. Because Luke was trained, remember, from Yoda. He's my favorite. And Jim pointed out, he can be funny because he's 800 years old. Everything is funny to Yoda. And I agree with that, right? I mean, Yoda was a great guru, you know? He made fun of Luke and teased him and pushed him and cajoled him to concentrate. To use the Force, that's what the whole story is about. Use the Force consciously, cooperate with it to create the life we want. And I think concentration's been, I asked Susie this, I'm like, when I say the word concentration, what comes up for you? Because for me, it kind of has a negative, I swear, I don't, maybe it's just me, but it feels like it has a negative connotation. And I thought about it, and I'm like, no, concentration is good. That's training the mind. Training our thoughts. And that's what we do here. It's trained thought versus untrained thought. That's what we do. We're changing our thinking so we can change our life. Trained thought. Concentrate. But Luke had to train his mind, right? Yoda pushed him physically, and that's great, but it was all here. It really wasn't about the physical body. It was here. When you control this, you have power that you didn't even know you had. You could levitate. And I believe in that. I'm telling you, I think what one man can do, if Luke can do it, I can do it. That's where I'm at. If that gift is here for me at every moment, I can harness it. It's up to me. Now, remember though, I love this part. Remember when Luke came upon his biggest challenge? I am your father. That was hard for him. In that moment, he would rather throw himself off a parapet into space than face that suffering, that challenge. And the universe said, nope. The Force said, nope. I'm going to catch you on a little space antenna so you can do your work. And that is the truth. The Force said, no, my son. I'm going to save you and plop you back into this storyline so you can face your challenge, your biggest wound, that you are related to this person in black. And that's really what life is about. I don't want drama. But those moments are what push you to grow. That's you popping out of your shell. When you can look at it, when you can lean into the trauma, when you can lean into the suffering and find your growth in it, that's what we're here to do. We're not here to sit under the tree all day singing Kumbaya. That sounds very nice to me. I'm sure it gets very boring. But when challenge comes up, it's an opportunity. I've been saying this. I'm going to keep it going all year. This is the best thing that has ever happened to me. When you can try to embody that, even in the challenge, that's where the growth is. That's when you really get to flex that spiritual muscle that you've been disciplined in and working. You know, that's why we build our muscle so that when we are needed to be strong, we got it. We have something to draw on because we've been practicing. It takes practice. I like this quote from Obi-Wan. The Force is an energy field created by all living things. It surrounds and penetrates us. It binds the galaxy together. Yes. That's what we believe and teach here. That's it. It's an energy field. When I pray, and I pray about that power that I label God, but you can label it anything you want, right? You label it yourself. But power is the energy field that we are swimming in. It's here for us, and it binds the galaxy together. If it could do that, what could it do in my little life? Because what is true above is true below. So that statement is true for us. So when we partner with the force, we can co-create. So what's our daily practice going to be? How are we mindfully working that spiritual muscle? You have to practice. So that when the big things hit, you're prepared to grow. You're prepared to break your own shell and be vulnerable and step out into something new. Practice for well-being and enjoyment. It's not, when you shift your mindset about working out, and I love how Joanna does this because she posts this. When you shift your mindset about working out in the gym or physically, when you shift it that it's a privilege to move your body, to feel into this beautiful body that's strong, that's a privilege. You're here. We're walking around. Right, Daka? Yes, I agree. You can come up anytime. It's a privilege. And when we look at spiritual practices the same way, it's a privilege to practice. It's a privilege. So how are we concentrating on that privilege? Giving attention to it. So I like this from Thich Nhat Hanh. Okay, he says this. Okay, yeah, Jedi life. He says this. The seeds of awakening, understanding, and compassion are always in us. They are part of our inherent nature. Awakening, understanding, compassion. Help them manifest. Read something new. Watch something that will water the seed of compassion, of loving kindness, so it will take root in your mind and manifest. Organize your life in such a way that good deeds in you can be touched several times a day, so they can manifest on the level of mind consciousness. How are we cultivating the seeds? How are we concentrating? Okay, one more. 24 from Thich Nhat Hanh, I think. He says this about concentration. Concentration can help us look deeply into the nature of reality and bring about the kind of insight that can liberate us from suffering. That's really what I want. I want us all to be free. Suffering may come up, but free. We can cultivate that kind of seeing. When we see from the eye behind the eye, what am I seeing here? Am I seeing just the surface effect of it, or am I looking beyond it like a Jedi to know the truth? Concentrating about it. Because we can, oh, here I see I'm behind. Here's the quote. Seeds of awakening, understanding, compassion are within us. There it is. But that is the truth, right? We have to focus on it. We have to cultivate it. When you plant seeds in your garden, do you plant them and then you go, they'll be fine. They'll be fine. They can water themselves. No, we water them. I tell my wife Susie all the time, I'm like, those are the most expensive tomatoes on the planet. Because I have watered them twice a day, and I have spoken to them, and I have put little things around, cultivating the soil. You cannot buy those tomatoes in Stater Brothers. They'd just be astronomically expensive, right? But you cultivate the seeds to give them fertile ground to grow. And that's what I want us to do. Change your reality by focusing on those seeds, truth, love, power, balance, whatever, all the things that live within us. Focus on them. Choose one divine quality a day. Here's your method. Here's your thing. It just came to me. Choose one divine quality a day and look for how you are expressing that in your life. And then congratulate yourself. That's how you cultivate it. When you witness it, when you say, oh, that was really loving and kind, Charlene, what you just did there. That was really, when you stood there and you were in your power about something, that was, you have power. You were balanced today, Charlene. You ran and you also did some spiritual stuff. Like, notice it in your life, how you're doing it. Pat yourself on the back. Call it forth in a bigger way. Okay? It's a practice. And just start thinking about what can Spirit, what can the force through me do today? Let us begin today. Young Jedis. Young Jedis, all of us. I love you. That's okay. I had this song that I wanted to. I love Michael Jackson's Don't Stop Till You Get Enough. And he talks about the force in that song, and I just love it. So, okay, we're going to play it just for fun.
Work it.
Okay, that's it. All right. We have fun. Come on. All right. Please welcome me once again in celebrating Mike, Joanna, Sergio, and Jim for Gotta Have Faith.
So this song was a request from Charlene, and insert your divine thing. Here it goes.
Insert divine name here.
I'm reaching out, yeah, the sun keeps on setting, painting me gold, but bringing on the blue. As I look to the sky, I can feel the tears start swelling. I cry, help me, Lord, what am I to do? I gotta have faith in the Lord, and the sun will rise tomorrow, and I'll be stronger than before. I gotta have faith in the Lord, and these trying times will help me, and I'll reap my reward. I look around and begin to count my blessings, and one by one I see what God has done. My heart is whole, I don't need to keep on guessing. I am a child of God, even after all said and done. But I gotta have faith in the Lord, that the sun will rise tomorrow, and I'll be stronger than before. I gotta have faith in the Lord, that these trying times will help me, and I will reap my reward. No, and I know that my Savior's walking with me, by my side, in my heart, and in my mind. He's the light of my life that I need to survive, and I'm all I am because of Him. So I'm gonna have faith in the Lord, that the sun will rise tomorrow, and I'll be stronger than before. I'm gonna have faith in the Lord, and these trying times will help me, and I will reap my reward. I'm gotta have faith. And I will reap my reward. Gotta have faith in the Lord, that
was like, force. Force.
Insert
force here.
That's
Yes.
what it all has to say, right?
Faith in the force. All right. If I could have our ambassadors come forward, please, with their handy-dandy baskets. Gary and Ignacio, thank you so much. I so appreciate all of the hands that come together to make this time together possible. We do it all together, and I'm so grateful. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know how you switch this way. Yeah, you gotta be on camera. You gotta be together. Yes. Hi. Don't you love it? Don't you love it when I try to embarrass you? No, I do it so well. I'm very, very grateful. So thank you. This is, what we do here matters. We are a teaching center. Whether we're teaching in the classroom with the youth and family, whether we're teaching on a Tuesday night here in our classroom, whether we're teaching up here through our music or our message, we're teaching. That's what Dr. Ernest Holmes wanted, teaching centers, so that we all can move into our freedom by changing our thinking and our thoughts. So I'm just so grateful that you contribute and you participate in the divine circulation of this life. That as we give, whatever it is we're giving, we receive. It works I'm telling you, practice, right? Give. Maybe give a little more than your comfort level was. And you give and you try it out and see what blessings are delivered back into your life, because the force is a yes machine. All it says is yes. And so as we give, it says, yes, here's more back. Here it comes back into us in greater and greater measure. So thank you. So if you're an auto tither, or if you've got your tithe or your offering in your hand, just place it right there on your heart and just breathe some gratitude into it for this opportunity to give, to support this center, what we do to change lives. Your offering matters. It changes lives. So I just say thank you for each and every offering, tithe, gift. I say thank you. It's all good. And so it is. Let's say our affirmation of abundance together with gusto, please. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am prosperous now. Yes. All right. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Joy is my source. Joy is my power. Joy gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Joy gives me everything I need. We've got our announcements, and I'm going to ask Mike to come up, but you're going to hear more of this talking head for a second, and then I'll hand it over to Mike. So we are a teaching center. We teach here. Who here is taking class? Okay, hands down. Who here who's taken class has noted that their life changed exponentially after class? Our experiment worked. I encourage you to take classes. Nothing should keep you from classes. If you come to me and you say, Rev Sharp, I have any money, I will say, come to class. Pay for the material, and that's it. Pay $20, $5, $2 a week, and tell Spirit, I'm engaged in this activity. I want to change my life, and so here is my $5. Come to class. If you've never taken a class and you've been coming here a long, long, long time, take a class. Take a class, whatever class. We're offering the Foundations of the Science of Mind. It's our baseline work. It's 10 weeks. We learn practices. We build that spiritual muscle. When you're in class, you're doing the work every week, every day. Or, oh gosh, Charlene's going to pick on me in class if I don't do my reading, so I better do my reading, right? You build up that spiritual muscle by doing the work, doing the workbook, by reading the books. It works. So come to class. Come to class. We are also, there's a sign-up sheet, or ask me after service, or ask anybody who raised their hand, how did class change your life? They'll tell you. We are also a teaching center with our youth and family program. Reverend Michael Summers and his beautiful beloved Diane Summers have taken over the ministry, which is fantastic. Yes? Love them. So tell people, you got kids in your life, bring them. We have a youth and family program. And wouldn't it be great if we all learned this stuff like at 6, at 5, at 4? That's how we change the world, because we're changing consciousness, and we're changing it earlier rather than when I came to it, But if you're interested in teaching, Diane has the curriculum. She has an agenda. She has the book. She has the craft. We make it easy to participate in teaching, and it's delightful to be with the kids. It's just so fun. Last week, Anne made these cute little pine cone owls. They were so cute. Weren't they cute? They had the fur. It was so cute. So they have a good time. Please see Diane if you're interested in teaching. We make it really easy, and it's a great way to say yes to the force. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Jim Willis, come up here. We're going to talk about the Super Bowl, and then I'm out. I'm out. So Jim Willis is our practitioner here, also on the board. He also leads with Reverend Michael the men's ministry, Band of Brothers, and he's got an announcement too. Is your mic on?
No. Yes, it is.
Okay.
Okay, so listen, what this whole concept is, about 8 to 10 years ago, our previous senior minister, Reverend Dr. Catherine Economo, started us joining other centers for spiritual living and getting together to support the local food bank. Now, January, the holidays are all over, so the local food banks, if you go into their offices, you'll see that they're at their lowest, because people, after the holidays, it's all good and happy and everything, but now their supplies are running low. So anyway, we started this whole gathering cans of food, and came up, rather than Super Bowl, we said soup, S-O-U-P, Super Bowl, gathering cans of food and everything else. Now, so far we've gathered about 550 pounds of food, which is good. And the men's group takes charge of delivering it. But my goal is to have a ton this year.
How much is a ton?
2,000 pounds. So we got 3 more weeks. This week, next week, the 4th, and then the 11th, which is the Super Bowl week. So we really got another 3 weeks. So my thought is, we got at least 70 people here. If each one of us, over the next 2-3 weeks, either goes out and spends $20 and gets 20 cans of soup and hash and chili and macaroni and cheese, whatever, non-perishable foods. Bring it to the center here. 70 times 20 is 140, or 1,040. We have 2,000 pounds.
Let's do it.
Just like that.
20 cans?
20 cans.
Okay.
Or $20 worth
Okay.
of anything. Each can is almost a pound. Some are more, some are less. So, hey, it's an easily
Let's do
done
it.
thing, I think so.
I agree. Let's do it.
Why not do it? So go out, the next 3 weeks, bring in those cans. Myself and the rest of the men's group will ensure that we get it over to our food bank, which is the Community Mission of Hope. Okay? It's a great organization. It's very vibrant. But I was in there just last Sunday when I delivered some of ours, and their shelves are getting pretty empty. and the people are still hungry. So this gives us all a great time to see if that law of circulation really exists. That is, as you give, you receive.
Let's prove it.
So let's go get it and prove it to ourselves and to our community. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Jim. That is an excellent cause.
Are we battling other people?
Well, we used to, but we're not in competition. We're in competition with ourselves.
You do like competition.
Good morning, Center for Spiritual Living, Tobacco Valley. Just a couple more announcements. We have a new date for the Peace Pole dedication. It's now February 18th. Please mark your calendars. We've also received approval to create a labyrinth in the Peace Garden. There's a brief meeting at 11:30 today after service. And then next Sunday, January 28th, we will be painting rocks for the labyrinth. So bring a rock to help build our labyrinth full of peace and love. We are also excited to be bringing back a fan favorite, the 2024 Vision Board Workshop with practitioner Beth Haas. Come create your own unique vision board for the year. Set your intentions into motion by creating images, affirmations, and unexpected messages from your own mind onto a vision board map for your new year. Sunday, February 4th, 2024, 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. This will be $40. All vision board materials are provided, and please feel free to bring your surplus magazines to share. And that concludes our announcements.
Oh, singing telegram.
Oh, yes. I heard there will be more singing telegrams
Yes.
in the near future.
Yes. Say, give Mike some love. He does sing good. Although I'm going to work on he likes to hide. So we're going to do this so he can be fully seen by all of us. Yes, we're doing our singing telegrams again. If you haven't experienced that, Janine and some of the choir folks are just the best. They come in up here. You buy a singing telegram for your beloved. They sing a little love song to them up here. She has a cute little harmonica. She goes, sings a little love song, and then you get this cute little heart to take home with you from your beloved. So there'll be a sign-up sheet next week, and Janine will be up here next week really promoting, but I wanted to put that out there today, so that would be fun. And Kevin is here, my bookseller.
Librarian.
Yeah, so just quickly, I cleaned out one of my bookshelves today, this past weekend, and I brought a ton of books, and they're over there. And Kevin has a bunch of books, so.
Morning, everyone. First of all, I really appreciate Reverend Charlene today for finding my long-lost great-great-grandfather, Ernest Humphrey. And I do have a joke, don't worry, it's G-rated. So when I was in high school in my junior year, I was looking at different colleges and trying to figure out what I wanted to do. And my mom said to me in her Long Island accent, "Kevin, why don't you become a farmer?" I said, "Why is that, Mom?" "That way you'll be outstanding in your field." Dad joke. So yes, we have books for sale. We got $20 so far. I'd love to get up to 40 or 50. There are a lot of new titles in the Breezeway, so check them out. Love offering, whatever you have. It really makes a big difference. So thank you, everyone. Thank you,
Lots of competitions happening. We've got books, we've got canned goods. This is great. All right, so we're going to close our time together here with prayer. It's what we do at the end of service. If you see a beloved with a blue stole on, that's a practitioner, that's a licensed practitioner. They are trained Jedi masters in mind, thought, and they understand the power of harnessing the thought and connecting with the one mind to create the change in your life. So if you want us to pray on something that's maybe causing you challenge, or you want more joy, you want more abundance, put a prayer in the prayer box. Sit with a practitioner after service in the Breezeway. It's their honor and gift to you to sit and pray. It works. Prayer works. You want to try it? You want to prove that experiment, right? Put a prayer in. Try it. So if any practitioners are here, they can stand so we can see you and honor you. Yeah, please stand. These are our beloved practitioners. Find them. They are Jedi mind warriors, and they're happy to sit and pray with you, okay? So when you're ready, just get comfortable in your chair. Take that breath. Oh, we are such good metaphysicians, we know to take the breath. It brings us right into our heart space, where we come together collectively, powerfully, as we remember the Force. I know the Force is the all and the everything. It is forever creating more of itself, experiencing more of itself in all life, in all energy. There is no time or space or place for the Force. It is forever. And so I know that I am this Force, and I know that as I am it, each beloved everywhere is the Force in form, a unique, perfect, individualized expression of God. So I know and affirm for each of us that we focus, we concentrate on finding and exploring and moving that Force within us out through our lives in greater and greater measure. We build our spiritual practice to create that spiritual muscle, to buoy us when we are in times of challenge, that we can move into that place within ourselves and know that we are divine love made manifest. And we have faith in the Force, in the power, in the presence in our lives. And so I know that if there's any space within us right now that is feeling challenged, feeling wounded, feeling anything less than the perfection that we are, I know we can move our concentration, our focus onto the love, onto the light that resides within us, and know we are well, we are good, we are sourced and supported on high. So with great gratitude for this knowing for each of us collectively and everything everywhere, I am grateful. I place my word into the law which only says yes. We affirm this by saying it together. And so it is. And so it is. Amen. It is done.